member, thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here with a pick a card on what is blooming in your life. We have 3 piles or flowers. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. So take your time, go to whatever flower you feel called to. The links to the piles will be in the description box below, as well as the link to me not reading the card or skipping reading the cards. So yeah, I'll give you guys a few seconds and then we'll get started. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. So today we're doing a pick a card on what is blooming in your life. You guys picked the daisy. I'm trying to get this to not be blurry right now, which is just so awesome. It just happened really, that's so interesting. And it's with the mushroom card. Okay, if you want to skip me reading the cards, there's a link in the description box below. I can't speak. Okay, so we have growth, we have mountain, so 3 growth, 6 mountain, 21 first breath, beginner's mind. We have 55, the farther gate, bold step forward, 35, lost compass, getting back to integrity, the priest, perseverance and faith, confusion with 32, and 28, unfinished business. Okay, so when I first tapped into your energy, I was seeing something really interesting, and it was you were like watching. You were in like a group of people, and there was like a car wreck that had happened in front of you, and you were like watching this car wreck, and you were like wow, like what's going on? But it felt twice removed. You felt like twice removed from what's happening. And then the other vision I had for you was you were picking flowers from your garden. So that to me is signifying that you're finally able to pick some type of fruit that you've been growing. But more than that, we have the mushroom. Mushrooms grow in decay or from decay. And they also are growth beneath the surface. So you could be having some type of hidden growth happening. I kept getting the feeling of like you could feel stuck in the mind or fuzzy in some way, or like you can't quite get everything on board in some way. It's like I see you like really wanting a new beginning and trying to go after that new beginning, but you're finding it very difficult to do so. And I feel like, I don't know what the issue is, but I feel like there's some type of issue that you're trying to, or a conflict you're trying to resolve. I don't know if it's with you, just yourself, or if it's with another person. I have to get more into the tarot to see that, because I was like, what is going on here? Because I feel like it's this confusion card. You could just be feeling very confused about something, because I just kept getting that coming through. Like, I feel confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I'm feeling this way even, or I don't know why this conflict is here, kind of. But you are growing. And what I also wanted to say that this flower looks like pile 2's flower. So if you feel called, I don't know what the pile's about yet, but if you feel called to go to pile 2, I definitely would check that out. You have been climbing some type of mountain, and I feel like you're just exhausted. I just keep getting this feeling of like, I'm just really tired. I need a break. But like feeling like you can't take a break because there's a conflict. And I don't know if like, I feel like your mind is like really full, or just you're feeling very confused about something. And I feel like it's kind of like permeating you. You're like a little bit like, I need to figure this out, right? But you do want to take a new beginning in some way and make a bold step forward. But it feels, again, like the farther gate, like it feels like farther away from you, and you want to like grab onto something, but it's like, it's not quite here yet is what I'm getting. And you could have been feeling lost for a while and not knowing where to go next, or I keep getting this like feeling like you need direction, or you feel like you want something specific, and it's like there's blocks or there's something going on with it, and you feel like you have unfinished business with something or somebody, and you are persevering and having faith through this very interesting, weird time. I feel like it's like, I don't want to like label it as like it's been hard for some reason, but it doesn't feel easy. I will say that. So maybe it's not like extremely hard. It could be, but maybe, I don't know. I feel like I need to get more into it, because I feel like it's quite confusing. I don't know what's going on, but there's something about your brain that is feeling confused. You're feeling confused in some way. Okay, I'm going to get into the tarot, because I feel like I need more information. Maybe you feel like you need more information. You're holding back. It's on the growth card, but I'm not hold on. You're holding back from what? What are you holding back from? Rebalancing? Why? Why would you be holding back from rebalancing? We have Libra energy, justice. You're still collecting information maybe about how to balance yourself out through this. It just feels like there's some type of balance you want to achieve. Maybe it's internally, maybe it's externally with somebody else, and you're feeling like it's difficult to do for some reason. Maybe you're trying to balance with somebody else. Maybe that's why. But you're healing, and there's Aquarius, and so there's Aquarius and Libra. So you're healing. You're healing. You're looking at your future. You're trying to move toward the vision that you want. And there it is. There's the Four of Swords with the Five of Wands. I was feeling there's a conflict, and you just want to you're trying to heal a conflict. Again, I don't know why. I don't know. What is this conflict? I really need to see this. You feel indecisive about something. What do you feel indecisive about? What is this conflict? About where you're giving your energy, about a love offer. What's this Knight of Cups? King of Swords, the Emperor, Ten of Cups. You could be having a conflict with somebody around maybe what you guys want for the future, or what long-term happiness looks like, or what maybe even being in your power looks like. We have Aries energy. As the Emperor. Okay, let me see. What is going on? There's some type of heartbreak between you and another person. What's this King of Swords? Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. Okay, so I see two people here. There's a relationship here. There's a Queen of Cups in reverse. So this could be you feeling extremely emotionally triggered. I wasn't getting Queen of Cups as like a manipulative energy at all. Sometimes when they're in reverse, it's like we feel overwhelmed emotionally. We feel like Queen of Cups reverse would be feeling emotionally overwhelmed, feeling a lot of mood swings, feeling like you can't quite give your energy the way you want. You see how this Queen of Cups is like almost the water's trying to fall into the King of Swords? Let me see what this King of Swords... Now I'm seeing... Look at this. Now I'm seeing King of Cups and Queen of Swords. So we have Queen of Cups, King of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. But this is upright. This is interesting. So you may be very emotionally mature, but for some reason the situation with the heartbreak is causing you to feel emotionally not as secure, because we're going, or it could be read, you're feeling emotionally like overwhelmed, and then you come into emotional healthiness after whatever happened. I don't know what the Three of Swords is. So that you definitely have a relationship with someone here, and I don't think it's not ending, it's not over, you're having a conflict between you. Okay, what is this Three of Swords? Five of Swords. So somebody is... So if you're not the Queen of Cups, you could be the King of Swords and just trying to be very logical about this and make sure you're being very truthful with yourself. That's also another way to read it. So there's two people here I'm seeing. One person's the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords. Or no, sorry. One person's the King of Swords. Oh, I guess it could be Queen of Cups too. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to make sure I'm reading this all the ways I can. Okay, I'm not going to... I want to add King of Cups and Queen of Swords again because I feel like that's important. Okay, regardless, there is a conflict between you because someone's triggered. So someone is triggered and defensive because of your power, because of, I don't know what this could be. What are they triggered about? What's the Five of Swords? I don't get that it's you triggered. I feel like this person could be like a King of Swords, but a Queen of Cups reverse. So that would be somebody who is very logical, analytical, but emotionally they're more immature, right? And then we have a reconnection or multiple people involved. What's Three of Cups? Oh, wow. I got a lot of cards that just came out like this. Okay. So we have Eight of Swords. So Three of Cups is Eight of Swords, Five of Cups. So you feel sad, stuck in the mind, on pause. And there's a major truth happening about your intuition has already confirmed this for you, but there's a major truth that's going to be learned. I feel like a major truth is incoming for you. So what's blooming in your life is there's an incoming truth that your intuition is going to be confirmed. Your intuition has confirmed this already for you, but there's an incoming truth, or you already feel this truth happening, or you already coming to awareness of this truth that you're feeling stuck in the mind and sad because this person's defensive and it's pausing you guys from growing. That's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, that's what I'm getting. And you have some type of staple relationship. Yeah, you guys are like, this is a relationship for sure. King of Wands, okay. We have King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, did I get any other zodiacs? I'm just making sure. Did I miss one? I don't think I did, but I'm just making sure. Where's the High Priestess? Okay. Let me see. So the world. Yeah, okay. So what's the world about? Unfinished business. I heard it again. Unfinished business. Two of Wands. So you're trying to plan a cycle with this person where it's going to be easier between the two of you, but I feel like they're triggered, and you're kind of feeling like you don't know how to move with it or move past it. I don't know. It's like you're trying to figure out if you can move forward with them, or if it's going to be on pause forever, if they're going to stop being, or if they're going to heal in some way. There's an opportunity that you have for a different cycle, or an opportunity you have with like a job. If it's not a partner, you have another opportunity. If you have, I feel like this is a relationship, so it could be a romantic relationship, it could be a job relationship, but there's some type of conflict happening between you and another person, and it's causing you to feel very sad and stuck in the mind and on pause with that relationship. Even if you guys are together in the 3D, I'm seeing like you're feeling like there's not movement happening between you because of their defenses. Okay. You also have another opportunity here to go after something else and open up a different cycle, either with another person, another thing, another career. Yeah, something you want. There's a wish fulfillment that you want. Ooh, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. This is complicated. But you have, like, I love this 9 of Cups. I feel like, okay. You have an opportunity for a cycle to open. A blooming in your life is there's another cycle that's available to you that is your 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment, something you really want emotionally, but you feel overwhelmed because I feel like this other thing that's going on with you and this other person. I really do. I feel like it. You want to go after it, but you're feeling overwhelmed and a little bit stuck because of, like, okay, 9 of Cups is like emotional fulfillment. You have an opportunity to go after emotional fulfillment, but if you like look straight behind it, you have a pause. Then you have 5 of Cups and 8 of Swords. That's like really feeling like really sad and upset and like confused and like up in the mind, like not knowing what to do about the situation with you and this person. And I think that this 10 of Wands is like, it's overwhelming. Yeah, you have a new beginning to go back to something really sweet, or to return to something sweet, or to create something sweet again. Even doesn't have to be a return from the past, but it can be, is what I'm saying. Knight of Wands, something that you feel ignited by, like your Knight of Wands energy is your fire energy, and something that you can build long term with. Okay, so there's another opportunity that you have to open a cycle. What's blooming is there's an opening of another cycle that you have an opportunity to go after if you want. It's a huge opportunity with your wish fulfillment. You are inspired by this, and you're able to build into your 10 of Pentacles with this. I feel like, okay, so what I'm seeing is like 10 of Cups is here and 10 of Pentacles is here. And your 10 of Cups is like your long-term relationships, your long-term happiness. That is like paused, or there's something going on, not paused, it doesn't have to be paused all the way, but there's like some type of relationship that's happening that's causing your long-term happiness to be unknown. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen here. I don't know if this is going to be long-term now. I don't know if this is going to be fulfilling for my 10 of Cups, like my 10 of Cups. Then you have 10 of Pentacles over here, and it's like your long-term stability. That's more like, that feels more concrete to me. And there's an opportunity here with your 10 of Pentacles to go after what you want. I just feel like you feel overwhelmed because of this conflict in your 10 of Cups, right? Which is your other area of your life. I feel like they're separate for some reason, and they don't have to be separate, but there's a distinction that I'm seeing Spirit make on this. There's a reason that it feels, I don't know why I'm getting it, like there's a reason that it's becoming separate, or you're feeling separate in your mind, or you're thinking about it in a way that's like more, oh gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? More distinctive. I don't know, more like, yeah, okay. So I want to, what's the advice for can I see the advice for the 10 of Cups and the person they're dealing with? What's the advice for that? Stand your ground. Spirit saying stand your ground. Okay, so 7 of Wands. What's the advice for this? 7 of Wands, 3 of Swords. Stand your ground because this is hurting you. Realize that it's hurting you and you need to stand your ground with something. What do you need to stand your ground with? Wow, now we're going into the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting it really interesting. So there's something that you want to go after that has to do with your long-term stability, that this person or relationship, there's some kind of conflict that's happening. Either you want to step in your power and they're not excited about it, or they don't support it, or they don't think it's where you should be going. And Spirit's saying, you know that this is good for you and you need to stand your ground because it's causing you pain, but also what you want is not bad. What you want is something that's going to really create long-term stability for you and be something that's blooming in your life. And Spirit keeps saying it, stand your ground, stand your ground, stand your ground. Like, this is important. Yeah, there's an opportunity that you have here to fight for this opportunity. It's like, I don't know why you'd have to fight for it, but there's this feeling of like, I have to fight for this. I have to fight for this. This could be so good for me. Yeah, okay, so and Spirit's saying make sure you're just Move slow. If it's overwhelming to your nervous system, slow is always the right answer, because if we push ourselves, sorry, I feel like I'm being harsh again. If we pull, I just kind of like, it hurts me when I see, sorry, I know I just went off. It hurts me when I see that there's a conflict between you and someone else, and it like bothers me. So I get a little bit like protective. So then I feel like I become more harsh in the reading when I'm not trying to be harsh towards you. I'm more like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Kind of like protective. I'm a mom, so I'm like protective, you know? Okay, so Spirit's saying go slow, so when we have our nervous system overwhelmed by anything, if we try to push through and like force an outcome, that can make it so much harder. I have done it so many times, I know from experience. And so Spirit's saying slow down, make sure that you're just being kind to yourself, and just, yeah, I just said slow down, and then we got temperance. Yeah, slow down and make sure you're just being very... So you are the Queen of Swords and the King of Cups. I thought so, because I was like, which one's which? But I feel like this person's King of Swords and Queen of Cups in reverse, and you're Queen of Swords and King of Cups. Queen of Swords upright and King of Swords... sorry, not King of Swords upright. Queen of Swords upright and King of Cups upright. Sorry, it was... I don't know why there's that distinction being made. It's like, you guys may be really great logically and analytically and have great intellectual conversations and feel very protective of each other, and really bond over philosophy even, or like even religious things even, right? Could be. I don't know, I'm getting a religious thing happening. But there could be a bonding with that. But there's like an emotional thing that this person hasn't worked through, hasn't healed. And that emotional thing is causing them to emotionally react immaturely. That's causing you to feel on pause and pain about like, is this going to work long term for me? And now you're trying to focus on your 10 of Pentacles. And I just feel, I'm so proud of you. Like, this is huge. Like, I'm excited for you, because it's like, this is painful, yes. And I'm not trying to take away from your pain. Like, your pain is so valid in the situation. And I think it's really difficult to be around somebody that is not like healing with you. You know, I feel like you've done a lot of work. I feel like you've healed a lot. I feel like you're focusing on healing. I feel like you focused on healing in the past. And I feel like you're just trying to build on that stable foundation that you have. This person hasn't created that emotional stable foundation that you have. So you're like kind of stuck wondering, are they going to get it together? Are they going to heal with me? Are they going to emotionally become more mature? Because I need that. You're like, I need that emotional maturity. I know that I need that. There's a very sure energy that I have from you. You know. I feel like no. I'm like, no. And you know that your long-term happiness and long-term stability is really important, but there's heartbreak over that. And I feel like you have something really beautiful that you want to step into, but this person is not, something about this person's like triggered by what you want to achieve long-term. Like for your 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is long-term stability, long-term security, can be career. So this person may have an issue with a certain type of career you want to do, or a certain type where you want to live even, or how you want to create your legacy together. Like that, there's some type of issue, but it's not an issue with you. It's an issue with them. And so Spirit's saying, stand your ground, because this is something you want. You're not wrong. And I think you know you're not wrong. Yeah, I think it's just, again, causing you to feel confused, because you guys have such a good connection logically and intellectually and analytically. It's just that emotional piece is missing, and you're like, what's going on, you know? Yeah, and you're really having to focus on your strength. Okay, I feel like, I'm like, this reading was not what I thought it was going to be. Like, I was like, what's blooming? And it's like, you know, there's so much conflict happening. And it's because you feel such a sweet connection with them that it's making you feel stuck in your mind about it. Yes. Pile 1, this is really, really painful and really, really big. Okay, what can pile 1 do? Is there anything pile 1 can do to help the situation? King of Pentacles. Yeah, focus on, again, Spirit's pulling me back to focus on your long-term stability. Focus on being the King of Pentacles. Oop, this came out reversed. The World in reverse. Hold on one second. And the Tower in reverse. And also realize that okay, so I feel like around this person, you're trying not to create a tower. So you're trying not to like say it, or maybe you're trying to hide what you need, or you're trying to hide that this cycle is hurting you in any way because you don't want to cause conflict. Yeah, but there is a movement into, I'm seeing 8 of Wands and 10 of Swords. It's like, you know, if you speak what your truth is and how you're feeling to this person, it could lead to a ending or a painful conversation, or they could hurt you in some way. 10 of Swords is a betrayal, a shocking ending, a shocking thing that happens between you and somebody else that's really painful, that hurts your foundation. It's like, you know, if you speak this truth or if you say what you're feeling, they're not gonna like, I don't know, they're not gonna be happy, or they're gonna be really upset or make it's really triggered. So Spirit's saying that there's a new beginning here with the Wheel of Fortune around your stability. And that's what's going to be blooming. Blooming is a new beginning around your stability. I think that there's just conflict happening. I really do. I think this person has conflict with where you want to go on your path, with what new beginning you kind of want. And I think you know this. You have an intuition about that, how this person is having internal and external conflict with you around a new beginning you want to take with the Wheel of Fortune, which is something that's going to be, I'm hearing auspicious, but something that's going to be really beautiful for you. And I think that you're just trying to bloom, and it's like you're wondering if this is soil that you're trying to bloom in is going to be something that you can grow in. And I think that that's a very human and very painful place to be, because you're still trying to figure it out. And it's like, again, give your time to yourself to figure it out, and keep putting into your independence, keep putting energy and work into your emotional sovereignty and your independence. Like, I feel like you got so many 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Keep putting love into your what word am I trying to find? It's like your independence, but like your sovereignty and your independence and sovereignty. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, and give to what gives equally back to you. That is going to be helpful. Okay. I want to get some final advice. You want these ones? Or these ones? No, these ones. Okay. Can I get some final advice for pile 1? I totally am with you, pile 1. You're not alone, okay? You're not alone. I've been through a very similar situation in the past, and you will work through this. Yes, okay, communication, manipulation. What's this communication and manipulation? Passion, romance. I was wondering, I literally thought this card right here was the romance card because it looks so similar. And I was like literally looking at it going, thinking it's romance and it's growth, right? And now the romance cards come out. Okay, so there's a manipulation that's happening around communication with a romantic partner. And Spirit is just saying, if you're feeling like it's happening, it's happening. I'm getting a confirmation for you through this reading that it's happening. And you're asking to be, so you're feeling trapped, right? And Spirit's asking you to surrender the feeling of being trapped, because being trapped is an illusion, okay? It's just a limitation our mind puts on the situation and what we're going through. Okay, you want to talk about that? So I felt really trapped in multiple of my relationships, and I had to come to a place of like realizing, like, even my mind was like just saying that to me. It's like the devil, right? The devil always tells you you're trapped when you're not. And we believe it because we feel trapped, right? Because we're feeling internally trapped in some way. Like we're limiting ourselves in some way. Like we're not allowing ourselves to move in some way or feel what we're feeling in some way. And the way to get out of being trapped or feeling trapped in a situation is to meet yourself on the inside and say, I am not trapped. I know I feel trapped. And why do I feel trapped? And is it about the situation? Yes. And if it's about the situation, is it also about something from the past? And if I felt trapped in childhood, right? Why? And what does that look like? And how do I bring soothing to the parts of me from childhood that felt trapped? And also, how do I bring soothing to myself when I'm feeling trapped in a current situation? And to surrender that to Spirit. Like, ask Spirit to help you with the feeling of being trapped. I feel trapped. Can you help me? I don't know how to get out of this. Can you help me? What is my next step? Can you help me? Always being open to the guidance. The guidance is always going to be so important to our healing journey, to being able to get out of really sticky situations. And I'm not saying this is a terrible situation, because I'm not getting that. I just feel like you feel conflicted. You feel like there's manipulation happening with communication. You feel like this person's jealous or afraid of your power or afraid of your long-term ability to create independence and sovereignty for yourself. And why is that, right? And do you want to continue working on this? And if you do, how can you honor your needs while also being in tandem with another person? And maybe that's what the cycle is about. It's like learning that your needs are important and standing up for yourself is important, and keep standing up for yourself. And I think that you're feeling, I just feel like you're feeling so conflicted about this, pile 1. And I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. And you could have so much love and passion between you and this person and such a sweet connection. And that is what's so painful sometimes about these connections, is that like we can love somebody so much and we can want to be with them so much and we can feel like they're good for us so much. But in also, if they're not choosing to heal or take accountability or look at themselves or meet our needs and meet our needs in a very whole, healthy, emotionally healthy way, then that can create this like, I want this, but now I'm like, how do I move forward with this? Because it's hurting me. And so I think it's just allowing the pain, because here's the thing, right? When we're in this type of relationship and we love it and we want to be with it, we're going to project our fantasies onto it, but we're also going to try to keep it going because that's what we want, right? But if it's also hurting us as well, we're going to shove down those feelings of pain because we don't want to create conflict with the other person. We don't want to create more conflict within ourselves, and we don't want to feel the horrible feelings because we want to just be in good place with this person. We don't want things to fall apart. We know if we feel our feelings and things might fall apart, right? So, but also when we don't feel our feelings around this situation or around these types of situations, that creates this feeling of friction, dissonance, confusion, a little bit of a self-abandonment, right? Because if we're not feeling our feelings around something, that's a form of self-abandonment. Especially if we're like, I don't want to look at that, right? Because I don't want to see that, because if I see that, then what, right? Like if I feel my feelings around this, then what's going to happen? This could end, right? And it's like, okay, but it's going to end anyways, right? Like it doesn't have to, of course, but how do I explain this? I hope I'm explaining it right. It doesn't have to end, but it won't be what you need. Even if you're feeling your feelings or not feeling your feelings, you're still going to feel pain over this, right? So it's like, would you rather feel the pain of this and be more integrated as a person, right? Whole, and then able to be in tandem with this person and have a dynamic with them where you're showing up wholly, even if they can't show up wholly, even if they get triggered by your wholeness and your embodiment of who you really are, because we have all these different parts of ourselves and sometimes they conflict, and maybe you're feeling all these things, right? And a lot of these things can conflict with each other internally. But if we're allowing it all, if we're letting it all happen, that's where the magic happens. That's where you will find clarity. That's where the sun will come out. And sometimes it takes a long time to get there. I know it took me so long in some relationships. It took me a long time to get to a point where I was just like, well, I really need to feel my feelings around this. Like, I've been shoving this down in hopes that I could keep this alive for as long as possible. I love to hold on. So, but once I felt my feelings around the situation, then I was able to really see it all. Then I was really able to move, because the freeze happens when we're not dealing or confronting things that are inside of us. And again, I know it's hard and I know it's painful, but I think that the way through is through feeling your feelings. And there's a dream come true connection, and who knows, maybe this person will be able to meet you in that place. I think that's what you're hoping, and yeah, and if the yeah, okay. Is there anything else you want me to say? I just want one more card. You're doing so good, pal. One, yeah, there's something. Maybe I feel like this person wants to take something back, or you want to take something back. I don't know. Divine timing. What's this redacted? Fate. What is this? What is redacted in fate and divine timing? Friendship, quality time, grief and sadness. It's interesting because all these... Okay, so wait. Hold on. You have destiny. Okay, destiny is at play here. Destiny, fate. Spirit is saying that that fate is involved in what you're doing. I don't know. I feel like it's confusing. I feel like that's confusing too. What's this divine fate and divine timing? What is this? I just feel like I need one more. I don't understand what the redacted divine timing and fate is. I feel like there could be a return of some, again, okay, so this is healing. Okay, I feel like there could be a return of something that you did in the past. It doesn't have to be that, but there's healing going on with your path in general. And Spirit's saying spend quality time with friendships, and again, feel the grief and sadness, but realize that you're healing through all this. It's just, I'm seeing you like kind of go one at a time and trying to heal this like slowly and surely, and that's okay. That's a great way to heal. Okay, Pile 1, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So today we are doing a pick a card or pick your flower. It is what is blooming in your life. You guys picked the pink poppy, and then what was crazy is that we also got the poppy card, which I didn't even know what card we had. And it's an orange poppy. So you have a pink and an orange poppy, which is just so synchronistic, which I love. If you want to skip me reading the cards, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, so we have Skywriting the Fates, Deep Freeze, A Tidy House, Clarity and Organization, The Wall, Obstacles, The Farther Gate, Bold Step Forward, The Pilgrim, Opportunities and Growth, Reciprocity, and Boundaries. Okay, Pile 2, this is huge. When I first got into your energy, I saw that you reached a milestone of some type and you're getting an award. I also saw you reach the finish line and your guides were cheering you on and you were just so elated. Like there's something that you have completed, there's something that you have achieved here, and it feels so deeply emotionally fulfilling for you, and it really touches on your strength and your resilience, which I love. So poppies are flowers that represent a lot of things. They represent emotional processing, subconscious processing. They represent they can represent, like, people would use them at funerals, but they also were the first flower that would bloom after like fire or something that had happened to the land. And I love that you got the pink and orange. So pink is about your heart chakra, softness, love, growing with softness after a period of survival. And then orange is about your energy, your vitality, your passion returning to you. So, and I love it because we have like Deep Freeze and The Wall, obstacles. Like you've gotten through an obstacle, and maybe you were in survival mode for a while. I feel like there was some type of situation that was causing you to go through a deep freeze where you couldn't move, and it was because like that path that you were on was like meant to be transmuted and transcended, and you finally have transcended that, and now you have become anew. I'm seeing you be the butterfly from the cocoon, and you have done a lot of work to get here. Like it was not easy. I just want to honor that. And I feel like it had to do with your boundaries and how you were receiving and giving love. And now that you've gone through this huge transformation, there's such opportunity and growth that are like coming from you, being birthed through you, and being also offered to you too. I feel like Spirit's really offering you something beautiful here. And I feel like, again, I just keep going back to like, you had to work so hard to get here, Pal, too. Like, I can't even tell you. And whatever you're doing, it's written in the skies. It's written in the fates. Like, this is huge. You could have been having to clean house. You could have been transmuting a lot of pain. You could have been, I'm seeing you climb a mountain or a building. Weird. I'm seeing you climb a building and you get to the top and you're just like elated. Like it was not easy to do what you did. And I just see so much opportunity and growth coming in for you. And I just love that you got double poppies. Like, I love it. Okay. I want to get in some tarot. There could be a lover's relationship. We got Gemini with the Knight of Swords. There could be a lover's relationship coming in for you. I am feeling it. Okay, let's see what's going to bloom for you now. I'm so excited for you, Pal 2. This is beautiful. Like, I'm so proud of you. Okay. Pile 2. Oh, Temperance. Yes. I such spiritual energy on top of spiritual energy. We have the fates with Temperance on top. Temperance is like the angel that's helping you balance your life. Your guide's helping you balance your life. It could have been a very long process. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. But it signifies a long process of challenges, but I'm seeing you return to yourself. Like a return to self is what I'm hearing Spirit say. Yes, a return to self, a return to self-love. Like you are loving yourself like so fully. I'm just seeing such an embodiment of self-love, and that is what's helping bring these opportunities in for you. And it's been after a period of emotional disappointment and confusion. You could have been very confused and feeling stuck for quite a while, and it was like a lot of emotional confusion. Yeah, because something wasn't growing. Yes, we have the Empress in reverse. Something that you were doing wasn't growing, or a relationship that you had wasn't growing, or a a career you had wasn't growing. Something wasn't growing. And you were like, why is that? Why is it not growing? Is what I'm getting. Yeah. And I feel like you went through a betrayal or an ending or something shocking that happened. We have 10 of Swords and 5 of Cups. That's like really painful things you had to clear out from your energy, either a person, a situation, or the past even, or both. I feel like you had to clear a lot of emotional trauma, even physical trauma. I'm seeing it in the body. Yeah, there's the healing and resting. So you might have had to go through a period of rest because things just weren't growing. So I see you like trying so hard to make something work. It could have been a relationship or project, both. Trying to make something work so much and just putting all your effort into it and all your love into it. It just wasn't growing. So then I see you like take a step back. You're like, I have to take a step back. I have to rest. I have to heal. I have to go within. I have to see what's going on. And you did that. And Spirit's honoring you for how you went within instead of trying to control the outcome. You might have been trying to control an outcome for a while, and then you went, you know what? This is not working for me. And I need to focus on healing. And I think you took a step back and started healing. And I think that's what helped you here. 4 of Swords. Page of Wands. Page of Cups. 4 of Wands. What is this 4 of Wands? I'm getting in a weird energy here. I don't know why. What's the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands with the 4 of Wands? 6 of Swords. There's a relationship that's moving forward or moving to calmer waters. It doesn't have to be that. What is this? After a period of heartbreak. What's this? Working on, okay, so after a period of heartbreak, you move to a calmer waters with your relationships, with your structures in general, and you're working really hard at your career. I'm seeing it. But you're holding back. What are you holding back from? I feel like that's this boundaries right here. That's what I'm feeling. What's this 4 of Pentacles? You're holding back from a collaboration. Why would you be holding back? Why are you holding back? Holding back or holding on? I don't think it's holding on. I'm not getting it. So there's a relationship. There's Leo energy. Do you have any other zodiacs? Leo, we have Sagittarius. We have Pisces. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so we have 3 of Wands, the Moon, Strength, 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. There's some type of relationship that you're holding back from or holding on to even. But you don't know what's going to happen with it, but you feel there's a resolution coming on the horizon. What's the Moon? Yes. There's an opportunity. You know it. I feel like you know what this is. You feel like it's hidden from me, though. I feel like, yep. I feel like somebody or something's coming in. Doesn't have to be a relationship, but I am getting it's a relationship. There's a relationship that you feel has a lot of potential that you really want to give to, but you're holding back from doing so right now because you don't feel like it's time yet, because you feel like the time is coming up. I feel like you feel like... What's the 3 of Wands? The 6 of Cups, the Fool, and the 2 of Swords with the 7 of Pentacles. Something that you had in the past, or just a sweet connection. It doesn't have to be from the past. A sweet connection is coming in. There's a new beginning, but you're feeling indecisive because you don't know what's going to happen with it. What's the 2 of Swords? Yeah, you don't know if it's going to open or not. I'm seeing it. Okay, can I get what's actually going to happen with this, Spirit Guides? What's this? What is this? What's going to happen with this for real? Yes, it's your wish fulfillment. I'm like, I feel like you're getting it. I feel like it's coming in for you. After doing all this healing and going through what you went through, like, oh my gosh, yes. Something you're going to really emotionally resonate with because you healed yourself emotionally. I'm seeing such a huge healing emotionally. Yes. Look, it's because you brought light to your emotions. You brought healing, specifically healing to your emotional self. Like, I'm getting it really strong. Like, it was like an emotional healing that you went through. And I feel like some of you, it was an energetic healing as well. It was both. This is exciting. You have a 9 of Cups coming in. What's the 9 of Cups? Are you serious? Okay, so you know what your wish fulfillment, but there's also an opportunity to create long-term stability with this. I feel like this could be a person, a thing, or not thing, a project, a person, a job even, but it's something you really want to happen. Like a manifestation that you really wanted to come true is on the horizon. We have 3 of Wands. This is on the horizon. And it's an opportunity to really build into your long-term security. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Some of you could be also getting publicly recognized. I heard that. And it's something that, this could also be a role you're stepping into, or it could be both, a role and a person coming in. I'm getting some of you, it's both. What's this Hierophant? Yeah, but you're afraid. You have anxiety about if this is going to happen or not. I understand that. You don't know for sure. You're afraid that you're going to be left out in the cold, but you're not. Spirit's saying you're afraid that you're going to be left out in the cold, but you've released so much trauma that you are okay. So the way we get met in a healthy way is when we show up for ourselves in a healthy way. You're showing up for yourself in a very healthy way. I'm seeing it so strong, pal, too. You had to heal emotional trauma, physical trauma, energetic trauma, and maybe even you had to walk away from a sticky situation or something really hard or painful. You had to give up something really hard or painful. And now you are becoming so much more embodied and emotionally healthy in such a real way. Like it's so real. It hits my heart in such a real way. And it's authentic and genuine and real and deep and strong. And it's something you had to really work through to get to where you are. I'm seeing you're afraid that you're going to be left out in the cold, but you have changed so drastically, pal, too. And I know you will know this. If this resonates for you, you may have fears like, okay, did I really change? But you will know like viscerally in your stomach, in your heart, that you have changed. And because you have changed, that's whatever you were in that was unhealthy is not going to manifest again because you've learned. You have learned and healed. That's a whole, you reached a milestone, you got an award, you reached the finish line and you were so happy and so were your guides. That milestone that you reach is what's helping you open up to a new cycle where you're going to be met emotionally healthy. Like you're going to be met by someone who's emotionally healthy. You're going to be in a situation that's emotionally healthy because you are emotionally healthy. It all starts with a self. And you have done so much work, pal, too. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, I think you were overwhelmed emotionally. That's what I'm saying. And I think you are clearing out that emotional overwhelm like as we speak right now. Okay. I want to get some final advice, or not final advice, some advice, and I'll get a final advice with other cards. I want to use different tarot cards because there's so many out here. Okay, what is the advice? Is this supposed to be in reverse? The advice is not to go back to old cycles that harmed you. Some of you may be dabbling, I'm hearing dabbling, a little bit, maybe, thinking about it. Going back into a situation, I don't know if that's true. There's not even going back. It's more like, you know when you like end a relationship with someone and you like really miss them, but you know they're not good for you, but like you kind of dabble in it because you don't want to let go of it, but it can affect you negatively emotionally. I'm seeing Spirit caution you against giving to anything that's not serving you, and start your new beginning. Yes, Spirit's saying you're fully ready to start this new beginning. There's judgment. Yes, you may. It's like I'm seeing you actually. What I'm seeing you do here is make a judgment call on a past cycle to like no longer give energy to it, and you're taking a stand on that. I'm seeing you take a stand on it and start your new beginning. And it's a new beginning that's birthed with seriousness and genuineness. And there's a very like grounded feeling I'm feeling from you about like this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing, and it's beautiful. Okay, what's the Seven of Pentacles really quick? Yeah, I'm seeing like. Yes, have strength to what? Have strength to what? Just, I think the Spirit just saying, keep emotionally processing, keep seeing how strong you've had to be through this painful like cycle that didn't work out, and how much light you've brought to yourself, the truth of the situation, and how you feel about it. Keep moving, pal, too. You're doing so good. Like, I can't even tell you. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to get these for advice. Okay, any more advice? Final advice? Growth, yes, you're growing. Look at, there's a flower. You're growing. Growth. You're growing so much. You're such a beautiful flower. I can't. You're growing so much. Yeah, protect your growth. Spirit's saying protect your growth. And what's his frustration? What's his frustration? There could be frustration. Someone else's frustration around your happiness is what I'm seeing. Don't pay any attention to that. Spirit's saying don't let them affect you. Don't let their frustration over how you're happy bother you. Because you deserve to be happy, pal, too. You deserve it. You worked so hard to get here. I'm seeing you just bask in the fruits of your labor. You're doing so good, pal, too. I'm so excited for what's on the horizon for you. And yeah, I can't wait for it to come in. Okay, pal, too, thank you so much. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see you next time. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to your reading. So today we are doing what is blooming in your life. I'm making sure that's right, what I'm saying right. Okay. You picked the Rose of Sharon. This is the Rose of Sharon. And you also picked Belladonna for your flower card. We also have, the links to, I can't speak in this pile. If you want to skip me reading the card, the link is below. Okay. The cards. Empty well, time to replenish. We have whale song resonating, straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Belladonna, the wall, obstacles, flying. The acolyte, new projects and learning. Patience and connection. Sorry, pile 3, I don't know what's happening. So the Rose of Sharon is a really beautiful flower, and it's a flower that blooms in like very harsh conditions, and it's a return to softness after endurance. We also have belladonna. That's like a more poisonous flower, but it represents the dark mysteries, dark fantasies, can represent deception or poison in some way. So I feel like you're kind of like, either you went through a situation that was very poisonous, or you're extracting yourself from a very poisonous situation, or you are learning about what I also was finding is that the empty well, time to replenish. You may have had a period of going for a very long time and enduring a lot of pain or harshness. You might have been in an environment that was specifically very harsh for your soul or your being or your energy in some way. And you've really persevered through that situation and are trying to return to softness and gentleness with yourself, and patience with yourself. You could have a lot of visions happening to you, mystical findings, synchronicities, and I just see you trying to extract poison from your energy to make sure you're not doing anything that is causing any more poison to be born. That's really interesting. And there could be a new beginning that you're trying to start, or a new project that you're trying to start, or a new connection that you're trying to start. There's a wanting to release something, and there's a wanting to fly again. And again, I keep getting this feeling like you may have been in a situation with a person or a situation that was painful for you, caused you to feel unworthy in some way is what I'm hearing. I really do want to get into the tarot and see more. You want these ones, but I use the other cards for the other pals, so we'll use these ones. Okay. Also, you could be having a hard time saying something or speaking, or your speech is having a thing happen. I felt like I was rushing. And so you may have been rushing something or trying to rush in some way. And the call is definitely to replenish to replenish your energy, because that will help you. It's like resting helps us heal. Resting is a part of healing. If we're always trying to heal, or we're always trying to push and push and push, we can then experience burnout. And burnout is a form of, I've gone too hard and now I'm totally exhausted. And Spirit, I think, wants me to remind you that rest is sacred, and rest is also a part of healing. So resting is important right now for you specifically. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to shuffle these like one more time for some reason. Oh, I have another card on the top. It's not supposed to be here. What is this? Judgment. Interesting. So you are making a judgment call on something, reevaluating something, making sure that you are breaking something down in the right way. Okay, let's see what's going on. We have the Lovers. Okay, so some of you could have been overgiving in a romantic connection, or a connection of some type, or you're thinking about giving to a connection. Hold on one second. Sorry, pal 3. Okay, so my daughter even gave me a hug, and I feel like you need a hug. And I was like, oh my god, I feel like my pal 3s need a hug. And so I'm hugging you from here. I'm giving you a hug, an energetic hug. I feel like something's happening. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's not easy what you're going through. I feel like there's something going on. What's the Lovers? We got 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. You really want to move to calmer waters with a relationship of some type? My nose is itching. She also went in like rub poppy pollen all over me. Okay, you're trying to love yourself. Look at you loving yourself. You really want to like maybe go for a relationship of some type? Or you have a relationship here? I'm trying to figure out if you have one or if you want to go for one. You're working really hard on your confidence, I see. I got a very masculine feeling right now. I'm not saying you're masculine, but I got a very masculine energy right now. That feeling. King of Pentacles. King of Cups. I swear, like, I love it when it happens. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? I was like, I'm feeling masculine energy, and then I saw King of Wands, and then King of Pentacles and King of Cups comes out. Wow, this is really big, pal 3. Okay. So let me see what's going on. Okay. So you're really focusing on trying to love yourself, trying to make sure that you are tending to your emotional self and your career and your job and your work and your projects even. This seems really stable. You're a very stable person, aren't you, Pal 3? I do feel like something's happening, though. I don't know what it is. There's a win here. Spirit's honoring you for something. What do you... Okay, let me see this. What's the Six of Wands about? Page of Wands and Page of Cups. There's some type of thing that you really want to win in, that you really want to go after, that you want to give your fire and your emotional energy to. It could be a person for some of you, a connection. You could be mirroring somebody is what I'm hearing. We have Seven of Pentacles, something that's been worked on for a minute. Oop, there's the Moon and the Ace of Wands. It really sparks you. Whatever this is, you really want to go after it. Or you really want to further deepen the connection between you and someone else or something else. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a project. But I feel like you're stopping. Why am I feeling like that? I'm not seeing any cards that are showing me you're stopping yourself. Oh, I just saw fighting, and I just saw conflict with the Knight of moving forward, or the Chariot with Cancer. So we have the Moon, which is Pisces energy, and we have Gemini. Pisces and Gemini. Yeah, okay, there it is. I'm like, I feel like there's something that's stopping you, and I'm like, what's stopping you from going after this? Because you feel really called to go after this, whatever this is. But there's some type of pain. Yeah, you're still collecting information about some type of deceit or a painful ending or a betrayal of some type, because Ten of Swords and Seven of Swords is like a very deep betrayal that someone did to you. Maybe you're trying to look at that. There's a Chariot. Chariot's coming out. Got Cancer energy here. The Chariot, you really want to move forward. Yes, I'm feeling it to a relationship. Yes, but you're resting on it. You want to move forward like towards a person or a thing or a structure in your life that could be really good for your long-term stability and your happiness. That's what I'm hearing. But you're resting on it. You're trying to heal something. I feel like you're trying to heal. Yes, you feel wounded and you're trying to heal some type of pain that you have around moving forward and taking a win in this area. I think you know you're going to get a win. And you feel divine timings at play. What's the Wheel of Fortune? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there was King of Pentacles. Where's King of Pentacles? He's under here. King of Pentacles is under here. Now we have Queen of Pentacles. There's divine timing at play between you and another person. And there's some type of healing going on between you. And either you guys aren't talking, or there's just there's like healing happening. Yes, and because there's a judgment call that someone needs to make on moving this forward, but there's some type of healing that's still going on between you and this person. Okay, is there anything else? I feel like this is so beautiful. You really want to go after it though. Like, it's a very light, beautiful energy. Whatever you want to move into is really beautiful. You're just going through a transformation. That's what I'm saying. I feel like what's happening for the transformation that's happening for you, Pal 3, is that you are going through a process and and I'm hearing you're undergoing a process of transformation around where you give energy, how you give your love, how you have confidence in giving your love, how you get. It's something with giving. It's like, okay, what's a death about? Let me just see more about this transformation. The High Priestess, also your intuition's going through a transformation too, and that can feel very uncomfortable. Yeah, I was saying your confidence. So your confidence and the way you give love and how you intuit things and what's happening around you is going through a transformation. So if you're feeling like your confidence is still something you're working on, and you're trying to raise, I'm hearing awareness. Yeah, you may be trying to raise awareness and more confidence before you go after this thing. I feel like you really want to be healed and as healthy as possible before you go after this person. I feel like, or this thing, or the situation, because you really don't want to I feel I'm getting this feeling of like, I really don't want to mess this up. I really want to be in the right energy. I really want to be able to give in the way that I freely and openly and with a very strong intuitive awareness. Yes, yes. Okay, anything else? Yeah, it's a huge opportunity. I think that you're just reflecting and moving through it and trying to meet yourself and love yourself and trying to heal. There's something you're trying specifically to heal right now. It's just overwhelming. I feel like this opportunity for some reason is overwhelming for you. There could be a lot of fear coming up around going after this. A lot of your mind's like really, overactive on whatever this is. Can I see this overwhelm? Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So you're like, what are you overwhelmed about? So something fell through in the past or is falling through right now that was something you really put a lot of effort into, but it's not bearing fruit the way you want it, or there's a conflict with it in some way. I feel like there's a conflict with something you've worked on, and it's burdening you in some way. What is this? 7 of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a decision you still need to make around this thing that's not working out right now. It could be a job for some of you. Yeah, there's a conflict. I just said conflict. There it is. Page of Swords. You're collecting information around your indecision and why you feel conflicted about going for this and how to work with it. Yeah, because you're feeling sad and left out in the cold with what you've already worked on. Again, I don't feel like it's this new connection or this new thing you want to go after or this new project you want to engage in. It's something that you've worked on a lot already. I'm getting it. Can I get another card actually for 7 of Pentacles? Can I get another card for 7 of Pentacles? I just want to see what this is. Knight of Swords. Something that you are... What is the Knight of Swords? 7 of Swords. Yeah. There's some type of deception attached to whatever the 7 of Pentacles in reverse is. Something... What's the Knight of Swords? There's an incoming... What? Incoming deception? Incoming Knight of Wands? What is going on? There's a very 2 fast knights coming towards you. What is this? King of Wands. Okay. It could be a person that's coming towards you, asking you for something or trying to deceive you in some way. A King of Swords in reverse. A King of Wands upright. Ooh. It's something you need to stand your ground in. Someone's incoming very quickly. So a Knight of... King of Swords in reverse would be intellectually manipulative. Hot and cold could be, I don't know if I'm getting that. Hot and cold, a little bit. Deceptive. Just a King of Swords in reverse with 7 of Swords and an incoming Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands. Knight of Swords and Knight of Wands are the fastest cards in the deck. So there's an incoming person. Maybe it's someone you've already dealt with. It doesn't have to be new. I don't think it is new. I think this is something you've been dealing with. There's somebody around you that's bringing information that's deceptive towards you. Okay, do you know about this? I'm like, what is this? What is this? This is very interesting. Okay. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is happening? What is this? Chariot. Could be incoming wounding. Incoming what? What's this Chariot? Queen of Cups. Okay. Something emotionally. There's a 7 of Pentacles upright again. Okay. Spirit, I'm confused. What is this? Something you're going to walk away from. Okay, so I'm getting that this person's going to approach you. So underneath this, right? See how underneath this is the 7 of Swords, underneath these up cards? So this is this is going to be the forward facing. This is what you're going to be seeing when they come in. That's going to look like they're coming towards you. They may be a little guarded. And they emotionally want you to keep giving energy to something that you feel like is something. So 7 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright. They're coming in very quickly, and it's very. I'm hearing it's like sharp. There's like a sharpness I'm feeling come in, and it could be someone you've been dealing with, or a situation you've been dealing with at work, or something. It's something like that. Something where you put energy into, but you feel like it's not working. It's like it's not giving you what you need. You consistently feel left out in the cold and sad about it. So this person or company or something is incoming very quickly and asking you to keep emotionally giving to the 7 of Pentacles, saying you're going to get what you want here, but it's not the truth. There's deception. It's so deceptive. There's so much deception around it. I can't even tell you. It's grossing me out. I'm getting grossed out. Like I'm getting like a really icky feeling. But you're like you don't want to deal with this. I'm getting like I don't want to deal with this. This is crazy. Yep, you're seeing the truth of this. I'm like, do you know about this? You do. You'll okay. So if this is not happening for you, then this is not happening for you. But if you feel like this is already happening, this is just a confirmation of that, okay? I wonder if this is gonna help you move forward. I feel like it's the final nail in the coffin. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting. Like, this person's coming towards you, bringing you to see, you know it, and they're asking you to keep giving emotionally to something that's not helping you feel, they're asking you to give emotionally to something that looks like it's giving you something you need, but it's really not. You would really not feel, like, good about this. you would, and then again, I'm seeing a gavel bang. I'm seeing it's a final nail in the coffin. That's what I'm seeing. It's some type of structure that you've given energy to. Okay, what's the Eight of Cups? This is really deep. Yep, you know it. There's an intuition about this. Okay. I'm like, I feel like you know this. I'm like, I don't know, but I feel like you do know this. This is a complicated pile 3. Like, what is going on? You just might be like, wow, what? Okay. Can I get the advice? What's the advice? Oh my God. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. 7 of Wands, 7 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands. Or no, that's not 7 of Wands. I thought that was 7 of Wands. Okay, whatever. 7 of Wands. Stand your ground. Spirit's saying stand your ground with this. What's 7 of Wands? Stand your ground because it's hurting you. It's like, you know that this is not this. It's almost like you know that there's like a deeply embedded betrayal within what this is. I don't know why, but you just know it. What's this 10 of Swords? Judgment. Yeah. Okay, what's Judgment? Stand your ground. Break it down. That rhymed. Stand your ground and break what's going on down. Break it down and why it's something to do with your stability. King of Pentacles. It's something to do with something you've poured energy into, real world energy into. Could be a job for a lot of you. Or something like it could be a relationship for some of you too. Something that you try to grow. And there's like, I don't know, I keep getting this feeling like it's just not growing anymore. It's not growing the way you need, or you're not getting something you need out of it. And it's like you emotionally feel left out in the cold and physically feel left out in the cold. And there's a new beginning. I just split the deck and I saw Queen of Pentacles and the Fool. So you have a new beginning here with somebody else that you could go after, I'm seeing. But there's a conflict with this new beginning. Again, I feel like this other thing is conflicting with this. I don't know what this, maybe your job's conflicting with a connection, or somewhere maybe you guys have distance between you, or like you live different places, or your long-term security in some way is being affected by it. There's a reconnection with your conflict. You're trying to figure this out. You're trying to bring peace and awareness to this conflict within you and and on the outside of you. Yes, there's a cycle that's closing and opening. I feel like you have an opportunity to close the cycle and open a different one. The Tower and 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're trying to make a decision on this. Why the Tower? 2 of Cups. I think you're worried about a relationship falling through. What's a 2 of Cups in the Tower? 6 of Wands, but that's not, oh, I see. Okay. You're going to get a win out of this. I think you're just afraid there's going to be a Tower if you go towards this, and you're going to get a win as long as you move slowly and concretely and keep working through this. You're working through something right now. And again, I do feel like I tapped into your energy in the beginning, and it was like, you've been going a long time. You need to replenish, rest. You need to rest. You need to heal and rest. Like the most important advice I would get for this pile is to rest. Because I'm seeing the Devil with the 8 of Pentacles. So like, this is you overworking so hard. I feel like you're either in a job that's asking too much from you, or you're in a job that's really taking from you that may have been something really stable once or something. And you're burnt out. You're like burnt out on it, and you're trying to heal something with that. And I feel like you're being met with some type of deception and an incoming energy that's very sharp and it's just sharp. I'm just seeing sharp incoming energy around you, and it's bringing you confusion. But there's it's such an intuition about like this being deceptive, and there's like underneath it, it's like not really what you want. Yeah, it's making you feel stuck in the mind. Yes, because there's deception. But you're loving yourself. It's Spirit saying focus on self-love, focus on self-care, focus on resting, because resting and self-care and self-love is going to clear the 7 of Swords and 8 of Swords up. 7 of Swords, again, is deception. 8 of Swords is being stuck in the mind and feeling trapped. And Spirit saying the way to get out of these 2 energies is to rest and recover and heal and love yourself. And focus on loving yourself, like bringing self-care in. A lot of self-care. There's like so much self-care that's needed, and focusing on your wish fulfillment and your confidence, and that you will have confidence. Spirit saying, have so much confidence that you can bring in your wish fulfillment, because you can. You do not have this feeling of like really wanting to like, look at this card. I said this in the other reading, but look at this card. She's like so open and so happy and just like so ecstatic. And have confidence that what your heart wants and what your heart and intuition and soul is calling you forward is meant for you, because I do feel like this person is into you, or the situation that you want to go into is prosperous. Yeah, you're still collecting information on why you're feeling heartbroken over this. And I want to say, if this has been a very concrete thing in your life, a very strong structure that used to be a very strong structure, that is, if you're having to leave a strong structure, a stable, familiar place, that is so painful, and that will also bring about grief and sadness. And I think you just are dealing with a lot of feelings and a lot of new insights about why things are happening the way they are, why some things are not working out, and why you're being called to other things. I think this is like a huge restructuring of your inner world and how you relate to things and what you want for your future. I think you're going through such like there's so many moving pieces, and I think that's why going within and resting and bringing so much love and self-care to yourself will help you move forward in the situation. Because I feel like if something is asking you to continually overgiving, to keep continually overgiving, if something is asking that of you and is okay with asking that of you, then I think that's part of self-love, is saying like, look, listen, I need a break. Like, look, listen, I can't keep giving here and being okay. Like, I feel like you're burnt out, pile 3. Like, I feel like you're so burnt out. What's blooming for you is your understanding of all this. I think you have a very strong intuition. And if you didn't feel like you had a strong intuition, I feel like your intuition has grown so much. And I don't know if there's another person that's helping grow your intuition, but I do feel like there's a relationship here. A spiritual connection. I'm seeing it as a spiritual connection that is helping you grow your intuition. This other person could also be very intuitive. I feel like you both are extremely intuitive. I feel like you guys have a very strong spiritual connection, or you have a strong spiritual connection with a project of some type. And I think that's helping you move forward, or helping you realize what you want, or there's just like a very different seeing than the way you used to see. You're seeing things differently. You're feeling differently. You have a lot going on. You're confronting things that are very hard to confront. And again, that takes time. Yeah, there's a new beginning, but you're heartbroken. Again, I keep seeing it like you're just in pain, and healing that pain is by resting. Yeah, you want to give to this, and you will be able to give to this. It's just making sure you are in balance with yourself first, and then externally everything will fall into place. It's mostly getting that balance within yourself, and feeling the pain of losing a certain type of role. It could be being a spouse, or being in a workplace, a role that you play. There's heartbreak over a role that you have. Yeah, there's heartbreak over a role that you have that you're still transmuting. And again, I think that's why the resting is so important. Keep resting. Okay, Spirit Guides, what do you have for final advice for Pal 3? What's blooming is that you're going to finally figure this out, that you're going to be able to move forward, that you're going to be able to go after your wish fulfillment, that the situation's going to be resolved. I'm seeing you resolve the situation by walking away. I'm seeing it. That might also be very overwhelming for you. And again, that takes time. Walking away from something that's very familiar and a staple in your life is going to take some time. Protection. Make sure you're protecting your creativity, protecting your heart. I feel like I can't get over it. I feel like there's something or somebody around you, or a job or something. It's like I feel like it's not in the light, and you like know it. Like there's such a visceral feeling that you're getting of like, this is gross. Like, or like, this is not okay. Or what is really going on here? Like you will get that like ick feeling. And I feel like, so be careful about who you're around. Be careful about who you're saying things to. Keep protecting the creativity that's blooming within you. I feel like something is like gestating that's really vulnerable, that's really important. So be very protective about who you tell this to. Because I feel like there's somebody around you or a situation around you that wants to take advantage of your creativity, your energy, your output. Like it's all about your output. It's like very, giving very like company vibes of like, I'm asking you to overextend yourself because, you know, we need you. But it's always like that. It's always you. You're always the one that's like, and it's been like this for a long time. And I think that you're getting to the point where you're so burnt out. I can't. It's just like you are gonna, I swear, Pal 3, you're either experiencing a lot of synchronicities or you're gonna be experiencing a lot of synchronicities. But resting, again, rest. Spirit is saying rest. You need to rest right now. Like I can't even tell you enough. Yeah, you're having anxiety because you're reaching a new form of consciousness within yourself. So just, again, realizing that it's okay. It's going to be okay. This is going to get worked out. You're going to figure it out. It's just, I think you know, when you're like doing a project or you're doing like writer's block, right? Like with writer's block, right? You're like pushing so hard to get an answer that like it never comes. But then when you finally take your mind off of it and you do something else or you rest, it like comes to you. So like Spirit's saying rest, it's going to help bring you answers. Rest, sleep, like sleeping. Yeah, it will help stop the anxiety. When you rest, it's going to help stop the anxiety. Because the anxiety is from pushing yourself too hard. It's from you're literally outwardly you're feeling for some reason a conditioning around, I have to put in maximum effort at all times to get what I want. That's a belief, right? So you're giving to that conditioning and giving and giving and giving. What happens is there's another part of you that's going, I need rest. I need to stop. This is not okay. I am overworked. I am tired. I am burnt out. And if you don't listen to this part of you, it's just going to get louder and louder and louder and create more anxiety, and you're going to be abandoning yourself, because when we don't rest, it's a form of self-abandonment. And so Spirit is saying the way to move through this and to help you right now is to take some time off. Like, I'm getting it. Take some time off. Spirit's telling me take some, it's like imperative. Like, I'm getting a very like, Spirit's like, rest. Like, you need a rest so bad. Have faith that the anxiety is going to dissipate, because you're working through some deep anxieties around, deep fears around your confidence, around your workplace, around your career, around where you're going, about your future, about who you're going to be spending time with, about what that's going to be. Like, there's so much fear here happening, and the fear is coming out to be released. I just pull my hair out. You could be pulling your hair out, like, so frustrated with this, so it's okay. It's gonna get worked out. Again, I think that it's just like so hard when all you want to do is keep going, and you need to take a break. I do feel like that. Okay. Is there anything else you have for me for pile 3? Pile 3, you're doing such a good job. Please don't give up. Ideation. I think that I'm getting. I think Spirit's pointing me to, like, you may have been punished for resting in the past, and to realize that too. And have confidence that your intuition is correct. Again, okay, so intuition speaks in sentences, and fear speaks in questions. So fear will be, if I don't show up today, what's going to happen? If I take a break, what's going to happen? And intuition will be, I need to rest. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. This needs to happen. That's your intuition. So, and also your intuition about, I think there's, you're worried about this, your intuition about this other person. Yeah, just have that. There's a big ask from you from Spirit to just trust and let go. And I think that could be so hard if you were just never used to doing that. And so I think that, yeah, just take a break, Pile 3, please take a break. It's going to help everything else that you really want bloom. Okay, Pile 3, thank you so much. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see you guys next time.